In my shed currently I've got this unexpected item in the bagging area, a BMW i100. It's really only here to have a few little jobs done at it. However, we aren't quite sure whether it's going to stay here or not at the moment. So this is a 1981 W Reg. And it seems to be a bit of an in-betweeny model because later ones had a disc on the rear. This has got drum. We aren't 100% sure if it's CDI or points. We think it's CDI. Well, that's another thing that changed about this period. So some of them were a bit of a mix-up with one thing and another. So having a little ride on it, didn't go far at all. The striking thing is how sort of harsh everything seems, a bit crude compared to modern bikes that are smooth. When you stood at the sort of sat on it ticking over, everything's vibrating and wobbling. But it all smooths out when you go faster. It's not in some ways it feels like a modern bike once you get moving better. It's got adequate brakes, but it's like nothing happens, and then it suddenly goes a bit koalish on the front. It's a little bit temperamental to start. There's a bit of technique involved because you've got a manual choke. But part due to just being old, it's a bit tricky to start. There's quite a nasty dent on the tank, although it's not really something that needs refixing urgently. And there's a slight oil leak underneath, which is perhaps more concerning. But basically it's just so simple. There's nothing much to go wrong really, or if it does go wrong you can easily fix it yourself. So just because it's 43 or 4 years old, it's considered a classic or a vintage bike. You don't have to pay road tax, but I think you have to apply for that exemption, and you don't have to do an MOT, although some people do still take their MOT, just have them checked over. But anyway, so really all you have to pay if this is your bike is insurance, which if I were to take the insurance out, it would be £55 a year, third party fire and theft. So that would be your only ongoing expense with it. So it's not something I would really consider doing, but obviously it's an option. You could have had one of these. This is a really highly impressive pannier system. I'll not turn the camera that way because there's other things I don't want to show. But it just clips on that frame at the back. And there's like one clip. It sort of clasps on very securely. So you can take them on or off in like 2 seconds each. But they don't lock up or anything though. So you wouldn't want, if you had like camera gear in there or something, you'd have to keep it within sight. Or unclip them and carry them with you, like 2 little cases, 1 or 2 cases.